Hey everyone, Jessica here and welcome to my video. So I wanted to get on and recap our morning. It was an amazing morning and I just want to remember it. So we get to the Y and instead of doing my normal cardio, I just decided to change it up. I've been so inspired by some YouTube videos that I've been watching on fitness, and so I decided it was time to pump more iron and challenge myself beyond the point of discomfort so that I can build the muscle that I'm seeking, so that everyday exercises with my children and tasks, responsibilities feel more effortless. So I did arms and legs since I'll be resting for 2 days over the weekend from those exercises, and it felt so good to work my arms and legs to the point, past the point of discomfort, where the magic happens, where you can feel the muscle that you're going to be gaining and building. We get home and I usually just keep it really basic, guys. Peanut butter jelly sandwiches and not a whole lot going on nutritionally for myself and the kids for lunch, but I felt so inspired and hopeful and amped up from my workout this morning that we had whole food nutrition for lunch and it was absolutely delicious. We had not exclusively whole food nutrition, but just a step in the right direction. So we did burgers, eggs, peas, toast with butter, and Titus got involved. He helped me with the eggs, he buttered his bread, and it's always really a joy to have him be part of that process. So we did that, we had lunch, and at that point I just felt on a high from my workout, on a high from whole food nutrition. I usually do intermittent fasting, so my first meal of the day is in the afternoon, so that was my first meal for my day. And I absolutely love the idea of intermittent fasting, highly recommend it. If you would like to know more, you should look into it, or you can DM me. And then the testing really started. So both those things went incredibly well. And then I had to clean up the whole kitchen, which was a lot more cleanup because I served whole food nutrition and had lots more dishes to do, pans, things like that, grease. And on top of that, my kids had to attempt to entertain themselves while I was cleaning everything up and prepping everything for nap time. And I could tell my daughter was really exhausted. She's only 11 months old and she was just ready to go down, and I was tunnel vision trying to get everything done and I couldn't meet her needs at the same time. So it was really rough getting everyone down, and normally that's at the point that I would lose my patience and raise my voice because she's screaming and Titus is whining and everything looks messy and there's only one of me. But I just kept it together. I was so aware that that's my trigger, and I sat through the discomfort of my daughter crying on and off for 30 minutes, through Titus whining and needing my extra help or assistance with some things, and scrubbing. I used the wrong pan for eggs and I ended up having to scrub it for 15 minutes and my back was killing me. So all that leading to all these discomforting emotions that normally my knee-jerk reaction is to just react in an emotional negative way to. I just kept it together, and that was huge for me. That was a huge win. And when you're a mom, you just feel, as a stay-at-home mom, sometimes like your day is so nonstop that even when you make progress in an area or you make a victory, you don't give yourself time and grace to celebrate that victory. And so that's why I'm making this video, because today was a win. This morning was a win. And most of the time I would just move on to the next thing and not even spend time remembering all that went well and all the ways that I progressed, and instead dwell more on the next time that I screw up. The guilt. Are you with me? The mom guilt, the wife guilt. It's so hard. So this was a win, and it really makes me think of New Year's Eve when I had a huge setback in my progress of building healthy, safe connections that are growing with my husband and with my children. A huge setback And it was really hard, and it's hard to move on from that. It's hard to not dwell on it. It's hard to not rehash it in my mind or in conversations with my family, because it was really, really hard. And so I'm just trying to move forward and celebrate the wins. And when you make big progress in a way that you want to grow, you need to celebrate your victory too. I haven't even gotten to my Bible study reading today, but I am not so tired from the morning that I'm not looking forward to it. I'm ready to get in. I'm doing the book of James right now. And so I'm on James chapter 3. I'm trying to do a chapter a day in the Bible, and then I'll move on to my journaling spiel. And I'm just ready for it. I'm ready to dig in and dig deeper. And you don't need to make a New Year's resolution. You don't need to make a New Year's intention. But sometimes the changing year or the changing decade just gives you that little extra nudge to step forward in the things that you already know you deeply desire to do. And for me, all those things and all those changes happen by God's grace, through the Holy Spirit at work inside of me, through the divine revelation that I experience in His Word and that I have experienced over the last 12 years, that I've come to the knowledge of my desperate need and Jesus's amazing fulfillment of true life in Him. And my life in Him is freeing. It's not burdensome. It's not anxiety filled. And that is the life I want to continue to create, with healthy relationships, healthy dynamics, and boundaries around the relationships, so that I am continuing to create the life that I want, even when it's hard. And that's all I got.